Hello and welcome to the 4th edition of the Global News Relay. I'm Tristan Lewis.
And I'm Mary Kate Paquette. We're coming to you live from Fresno State in the Central Valley of California. We're located in the center of the state, about an hour's drive from the mountains and 2.5 hours from the beaches. We're considered the gateway to the Sierra, with Yosemite National Park about an hour away. Fresno State is one of 23 campuses in California State University system. 24,000 students attend the university, which is known for its agricultural programs, including its award-winning winery.
We're focusing this year's Global News Relay on solutions journalism.
We've joined students with universities around the world to bring you stories about people making a difference.
So, just what is solutions journalism?
Professor Holly Wise with the Solutions Journalism Network joins us live from Texas State University.
How are you doing right now, Holly?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what social journalism is? Social activism journalism?
Yes, so I teach journalism at Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas, and I also work with the Solutions Journalism Network. And by way of definition, solutions journalism is a form of journalism that provides rigorous reporting on how people and communities are solving social problems within their regions, neighborhoods, and local communities.
So why is this type of journalism becoming so popular right now?
Well, I think I don't want to say that it's becoming popular right now, because this kind of journalism and reporting and storytelling has always been important and has certainly always had a place within our society. I think right now we're seeing more awareness about it because of the people and journalists and professionals who are working and seeking to legitimize solutions journalism within mainstream media, and that is definitely a role that the Solutions Journalism Network has been playing over the past few years.
Thank you so much, Holly, for joining us this morning. We've been talking
my pleasure.
We've been talking with Texas State Professor Holly Wise with the Solutions Journalism Network. ACJ is immersed in global news, collaboration, and advanced digital technology. We are honored to work with them.
Arnav Bhatkara and Ramya Padamadas join us live from Chennai, India. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hello, we're good. How are you?
Great to hear from you.
We're doing great. So, we're looking forward to seeing your stories. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's been a great challenge actually, because it's actually been great collaborating with a lot of universities, and plus finding a lot of stories on solution journalism has also been kind of challenging, because it's definitely more challenging than we thought it would be.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing your stories. We've been talking with Arnav and Ramya and their professor, Dev, from the Asian College of Journalism.
Now here's ACJ's contribution to the Global News Relay.
Hello and welcome to ACJ Newsline.
This is the Asian College of Journalism leg of the Global News Relay 2017.
Why do you think that solutions journalism and activism is so important for us millennial and the millennial generation to really start exploring and reporting on?
I think it's really important for journalists to address the issues in society and also just obviously have the local community understand in their own way, not coming from politicians. Obviously, we don't seem to be very trusted here in the UK as journalists, and I think that's something that we're really trying so hard to change. I think the spirit behind this has been so great. Everyone's been so helpful. Everyone's got involved and did their best.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing those stories. We've been talking with Miona Mardik. Now here's UE stories based on solutions journalism.
Welcome back to the Global News Relay. February 19th marked the 75th anniversary President Roosevelt signed an executive order 9066.
That started what was known as Japanese internment. Edmar Archila joins us with a look at Fresno State's exhibit 9066, Japanese American Voices from the Inside.
Thank you, Mary Kate and Tristan. Much of what happened 75 years ago was not as talked about until now. An exhibit at Fresno State is helping to bring alive what is called Voices from the Inside. It's a collection of people's thoughts, feelings, and memories of what it was like during Japanese internment. Throughout the semester, the Fresno State community held events and activities aimed at understanding from the perspective of people who were affected. And joining us this morning is Tammy Lau. She is the curator and head of special collections at the Henry Mandan Library. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
In each of our stories, we define how certain groups or individuals are creating a difference, be it in the lives of the people, the society, or the nation. So that's all for this year. Until next time. With camera person Kanchan Mekchiani, this is Chetna Vaidyanathan reporting for the Global News Relay.
Dubai is so beautiful. Like some of those shots that they had, were breathtaking.
Yeah, it really looks beautiful. And they're doing some amazing things with technology right now, which is really, really cool to see.
Definitely.
Coming up on the Global News Relay, journalism students in Bulgaria are giving a voice to Syrian refugees.
Plus, how government initiatives in Egypt are helping to reduce waste pollution.
And crime in the UK, how journalism students at Coventry University are finding a correlation between crime motives and race. When we return. Here's a look at Fresno State's contribution to this year's GNR.
Muslims in the U.S. say they are afraid of how misrepresentation may shed a bad light on their religion.
Reporter Jordan Kemp tells us what the Muslim Student Association is doing to help break the stereotypes.
You can find Amir Hamza Khan studying for his tests at the Peters Business Building at Fresno State.
Jordan Kemp, Fresno State Focus.
For years, adult education has lacked in resources. In 2015, Governor Jerry Brown approved a $25 million adult education block grant to help fund new programs for adult schools throughout the state. I visited a local adult school to find out how the new programs are impacting adults right here in Fresno.
After graduating high school, many people plan to attend college, but sometimes life gets in the way.
For me, it means a lot because it gives you a chance to educate yourself and to succeed in life. So it means a lot to me.
For Cantanila, the opportunity to go back to school is one she will certainly forever be grateful for.
Did you find out why she wanted to go back to school?
Yeah, she actually wanted to go back to school to be able to get her citizenship. That's another opportunity you can get through going to an adult school. And she just really wants to help make her life better for her kids.
How awesome.
Yeah, it really was heartwarming to hear. 6 years ago this month, on March 11th, 2011, a 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck Japan.
It triggered a tsunami and a devastating nuclear accident at Fukushima Daiichi Nuclear Power Station.
Japanese exchange student Mei Fukutada joins us with a look at what happened in the region over the past 6 years and what the government is doing about the cost of energy.
In Japan, I live about 600 miles away from the Fukushima Daiichi Nuclear Power Plant. I'm from Kochi on Shikoku Island, where there is also a nuclear power plant. Before the Great East Japan earthquake, everyone believed nuclear power was clean, inexpensive, and safe. But once the earthquake happened, people in Japan realized nuclear power can also be dangerous. Protesters can't change the situation if they just disagree with nuclear power without offering a solution. We need to find an alternative, and if renewable energy catches on, there may no longer be a need for nuclear power. At Kochi University, we are honored to be part of the Global News Relay. Our professor, Michael Sharp, helped coordinate this next report with student Reiko Hosogi.
Solutions journalism and volunteerism go hand in hand.
When people come together to make their communities a better place to live, everyone wins, the community and the volunteers.
Let's go back to Jerry Gomez for tips on how you can make a difference.
Well, I recently heard a lecture at the Newman Center at Fresno, and I learned what were random acts of kindness and volunteerism. The speaker that showed the video about the Thai life insurance, he did like a really amazing job of explaining what is the message behind the video and how we can make a change. And let's take a look at it.
ที่เข้าได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึก
ได้เห็นความสุขได้เข้าใจได้ความรัก
The speaker who showed that video was Richter Center Director Chris Fiorentino. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, Jerry. Thank you for having me.
The first time when I saw this video, when you showed it at the Newman Center, I still remember how I felt chills, and every time I watch, I feel the same thing.
Me too.
And I want to ask you, what is the reason that you use this video?
Well, I think you're always trying to get to the story behind whatever it is you're selling, and we sell and promote service in the Richter Center. And the video does a great job of demonstrating how small acts of kindness can really transform our community.
How can we use service as a solution to a lot of the world problems that we have around the globe that we've been seeing today in our global news relay?
I think it's one act at a time, right? If illiteracy is a problem in your community, you don't necessarily tackle illiteracy by trying to immediately teach, 5,000 kids how to read better the next day. You work on one child at a time.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for your words and your advice, and I really appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We've been talking with Richter Center Director Chris Fiorentino. Thank you, and now back to you.
What a crazy day it has been traveling the world today.
You know, they say the record is around the world in 80 days, but I feel like we've been around the world in 6.5 hours.
6.5 hours. Well, that is all from us here at the Global News Relay from Fresno State.
It was quite a tour around the world. In all, we visited 10 countries and 17 universities.
We want to thank all of the universities that participated for all their hard work.
Thanks to Asian College of Journalism, University of the West of England in UK, Manipal University in Dubai, and Binus University in Jakarta.
Also American universities in Bulgaria and in Cairo, and Coventry University in the UK.
Thanks to all the U.S. universities, Baylor and Texas State in Texas, and University of Alabama and University of North Alabama.
Thank you also to our newcomers, La Escuela de Periodismo in Mexico City, Kochi University in Japan, and Nanjing and Beijing universities in China.
We also want to thank all of the wonderful students and staff who helped put this together. We couldn't have done it without you.
From all of us here at Fresno State, thank you.
Thank you.
I know that in the morning now, it's gonna be alright. I keep proving. Do I have to tell you? This music is beautiful too. All I really need to understand is I'll be alright. Because you know I'm all about that bass, about that bass. No trouble, you ain't even gotta tell me. No trouble, I'm all about that bass, about that bass. No trouble, you ain't even